I'm gonna try and make this short. I'm mad, and I just gotta get this out there, and I just gotta talk about Die Hard 6 rumors. After Die Hard 5 came out, it was a mediocre success. It took a bash in the ratings. A lot of people, myself included, did not like the movie. I literally hated that movie since the first frame showed up on the screen when we were doing the Die Hard marathon in theaters, and that first freaking frame went up and showed that Die Hard 5 was in a different aspect ratio than all the other Die Hards aside. Granted, maybe they did that because it was going to be shown on IMAX screens and they went to whatever. I don't give a shit about it. That was strike one right there against. But now they want to do Die Hard 6. They want to do a John McClane sequel or prequel, whatever they want. And they want it to be taking place when he's a New York cop back in 1979. Sorry for cursing. No, I'm not. I'm not going to apologize for cursing. McClane doesn't apologize for cursing. Neither will I. They just censor it like they did in, Die Hard 4.
Elbow. Yippee-ki-yay.
Now, after Die Hard 5 came out, they announced Die Hard 6 as Die Hardest with a spec script from what I believe that they bought from Ben Treblecook. If he's listening to this, I'm sorry if I screwed up your last name. I've never heard it out loud. But I'm going to be honest. When I read what the spec script that he sold for Die Hardest, I wasn't a fan of him going to Japan because I wasn't a fan of him going to Russia. He's not a spy. He's not a globetrotter. He is an American hero. He needs to stay in America.
007 of Plainfield, New Jersey.
And then yesterday, a friend told me about the newest rumor of Die Hard 6 being a prequel with McClane in New York City as a cop. The moment he told me that, I told him that is completely false. They would not do that. And then it wasn't until I hopped on Twitter a few hours later and director Len Wiseman, who directed Die Hard 4, Die Hard 4.0, Live Free, Die Hard. I enjoyed that movie, even though I wanted to boycott that movie as well because they were doing it PG-13. But I forgave them when they did the unrated DVD. The movie was a lot better than what I was expecting. I loved it. It's one of my favorites. Die Hard 4 was PG-13. Die Hard 5 was rated R, which was what it needed, but it just had that shitty storyline. Everything was forced. It was horrible. But now they want to do Die Hard Year One. And it wasn't until I hopped on Twitter and saw director Len Wiseman tweet a picture of Die Hard Year One. Now, for people that don't know, Die Hard Year One was a comic book that was put out by Boom Studios. Great comic book company. If you want to do a prequel to Die Hard, fine. But you do it after we get a proper Die Hard 6. A proper storyline that makes him come full circle. Don't send him to Japan. Don't do a prequel in New York. Do a sequel. I have no beef, no problems with director Len Wiseman coming in. Did a great job with Live Free, Die Hard. I was really disappointed when I found out that he wasn't doing Die Hard 5. I'm happy he's back, but to me there's going to be no passion in this project because it came from an idea. Because they're still looking for a writer to write this. So someone sitting at a desk came up with this idea, and now they're trying to find some writer that can try and make that work. That is not how a movie should get written or made. A movie should be written by a writer who is passionate, who came up with a great story to craft around McClane. Do not do an adaptation of Year One. I am begging you, I'm begging everyone at Fox, let someone who is passionate about the Die Hard series write Die Hard 6. Give him the proper send-off that he deserves.
Enough pain already. Hospital.
Just don't hold on to the hopes of cashing in, doing a prequel like so many things are doing. Just because Star Wars are doing anthology films does not mean we need an anthology film of Die Hard. Just scrap the Year One idea. Just scrap it. Get a passionate writer in there to write one. Do it for McClane. Thank you for listening.
Yippee-ki-yay. Motherfucker!